Good evening. How you doing today, Desiree?
Wonderful.
Thank you for your time. We're having our second, technically on-camera meeting, but our third. And today we're going to be touching on a few specific things that I think could be beneficial for you. But how's everything been going?
Everything's been going great. I've implemented a very small amount of movement um, at work. It's been a challenge, but I've been truly trying to take self care, as you suggested, to step away from the desk. So, yeah, I think it's going great.
Nice. And how have you been feeling?
I've been feeling good. I've been feeling really good. Still
Mm.
have coffee, but I'm feeling great.
All right. And what about the diet? Still sticking to the no meat?
Yep, still no meat. Um, yeah, yeah.
All right. Have you implemented anything new in the diet since we had last spoke?
No, not since we last spoke. Still pretty consistent on no red meat or chicken. I do have my fish um, and my coffee.
All right. How have your body been feeling any different since it's what week 5 now since you've been on the no meat, or how long has it been?
It has been since February 20 something, but I've been feeling great. Still have a lot of energy. I'm not tired like after I eat food. I'm not feeling sluggish, and I enjoy that feeling. So I feel like I want to continue, like I said before, with a possibly no red meat chicken diet.
Have you been having any cravings,
Yeah,
any headaches or anything like that?
no cravings, but I do have a sweet tooth, so that's been a little bit of a struggle. But yeah.
All right. Nice. Well, just to get started on a few things, today we're going to touch on your values, of why you think it's important on being consistent with with everything you've been trying to implement in your life, your vision on where do you see it going, and how long you see yourself doing it, and then it's called SMART goals.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of the acronym SMART?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll touch on that
Okay.
and basically just see where you are and see how I can help you out.
No, I love it.
All right. So, what is your vision, honestly? Like, what do you see yourself doing? Whether it's the next week, 3 months, 6 months, year. What is your vision with making these behavior changes?
Mm, I truly see myself as, I guess I would see myself as a vegetarian, but then again, I don't even know if vegetarians eat fish. Do vegetarians eat fish?
From my recollections, I don't think they eat any type of meat products,
Okay. So maybe I'm a hybrid.
but
Um,
don't quote me on it because I'm not a vegetarian. I'm a health coach.
okay. So I definitely want to gear towards still not having any red meat or chicken in my diet. I would love to wean myself off the fish, um, but that I see myself maybe in the far, far future. Um, and now, as far as working out and having more activity in my life, um, I definitely want to increase that. I feel like I struggle with the balance between family and work and then self care. So I definitely want to see more of a balance and being able to do stuff for myself. Because I mean, I get cardio when I go to Disneyland. That's a big part. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely getting steps in there. Um, what else?
And just to touch back, not to cut you off,
No.
but just to touch back on, you said going vegetarian. So meaning, say if no meat, like time frame wise, like when could you see yourself weaning off of it forever, if forever?
Meaning like uh, the diet itself, like getting off of being possibly a vegetarian.
Right, because you're doing it for Lent, correct?
Yeah.
So when Lent's over, are you just gonna go back full fledged to just eating all type of meat again, or like
No, no.
time frame? When can you see yourself?
I don't see myself getting off it. I mean, I don't. I think it's like for a religious thing, I really gave it up. But I truly feel the difference in my body, and I don't think I want to um, take on that journey of not eating healthy again. Like I know I have my coffee, but I definitely want to just kind of wean myself off meat.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to wean yourself off it completely?
I see myself right now like a good 8. I mean, I see food of red meat and I'm like, man, that looks good. I could, but I'm not. Maybe after, and then I eat something healthy and I'm like, God, I feel really good. So I definitely see myself as an 8. And then again, I just like as preparing your body for, let's just say, carrying a baby in the future. We've experienced a few obstacles, and I don't know if it's because of diet or stress or whatever it may be, but I definitely see myself preparing for the future, and I don't see meat helping that.
Okay. And when you, it sounds like it's very important to you on weighing yourself off at an 8's a pretty high number.
Yep.
Why not a 10?
Because there's a possibility, like say after Lent, and I really like, hey, there's food here, and there's a possibility I may take a nibble. I don't want to say I'm a full fledged 10 and be like no of this type of food completely. Um, so I don't want to commit myself. I don't see my body committing to it completely yet. I think it's a process to get there. So
Okay.
I mean, maybe in the future be a 10, but right now an 8's pretty good compared to where I was at prior to Lent and eating meat almost every day.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a great number. I mean, at least you're honest with yourself.
Yeah, no,
You know, you don't,
realistic.
yeah, you don't want to say a 10 and then you feel all discouraged if you don't
Yeah.
get to where you want to go. So setting real goals for yourself is very important. So yeah, I mean, that's good. And on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you see yourself? Because you keep saying, you want to implement the physical activity.
Mm.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to implement that?
Yeah, so that it should be close to an 8, but it's not. Realistically, I would love to be, well, realistically I'm at a 4, maybe 3. Definitely not priority. But I do take stairs when I'm at work and not the elevator, so I mean there's some activity. Um, but I would love to see myself outside more or in a gym doing a little bit more heart pumping stuff. So maybe in the future with that, I would love to be at an 8. Let's say double that.
So where are you at right now?
Oh, I'm at a 3. I can't lie to myself, let alone the person I live with. So there's definitely honesty in knowing that exercising is not there yet.
So how do we get you there?
Hmm. Well, could you make more money so I could stay home? I mean, that would be great.
I don't think that's happening anytime soon. So how do we get you there?
Okay, so realistically, I think I just need to leave work in workout clothes. And that way I know that I'm already in those clothes and it's like pick up the little one and maybe go do something at the park and take her on for a bike ride or just moving and not going straight home and just be ready for my heart getting pumped. A little activity.
So our last interview we had, we kind of went over maybe trying a little bit more
Yeah.
walking at work
Right.
or moving a little bit during your lunch breaks or
Yep.
maybe your breaks. Has that started or what's the process on that?
Yeah, so yesterday I went to the farmer's market on my lunch and there was some cardio going up around, having to park in downtown or Little Italy and then trotting to the farmer's market and trotting back. mind you, all in heels, so that was a good workout for these calves. What else?
Maybe trying putting some workout shoes in the
Yeah, like I
in the
said,
car,
yeah,
and then
having
maybe
it,
on your lunch break where you can
yeah,
take your nice beautiful heels off and put your nice walking shoes on. You know
that's
that.
a possibility,
Yeah.
absolutely. With this weather being so flippy floppy, I do have to keep myself looking presentable for my clients. So I, yeah, I mean, if I put myself at an 8, I will be there, and where I have the shoes on during lunch, walking them laps.
Right.
Yeah.
And the reason why I recommend during work so much because when you get out of work, you know, we all have life going on and you
Sure.
could be tired, you know,
Sure.
something comes up. So it you know, it makes it a little bit more difficult for
Yep.
yourself.
Yep.
So that's just why I push the point of maybe trying it at work more. But
Mhm.
I mean, you got to fit it in your schedule when you can fit in, you know, and you know your schedule better than I do. So whatever's, you know, going to be beneficial for you, you would know that, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
So touching on, like we said, you know, the SMART Goal acronym. You said you've heard of that before. So,
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about, or tell me what you know each one means if you remember,
Oh, you
and
know.
then,
You know.
well, what about the S?
There's it's a letter. I've heard of it before.
Okay.
I may need a refresher.
Okay. Where
So
did you hear from it, and what type of setting was it? Was it like a behavioral setting or a sports setting, or what type of setting did you hear the acronym at?
we do them at work.
Okay.
It's more like doing that like self-assessment and staying on track at work.
Okay.
So
So just to give you a refresher,
yeah.
the S it stands for being specific.
Mm-hmm.
So you know you're trying to set up your goals on what you're trying to do. So you want to be very specific.
Mm-hmm.
The M is measurable. You know
Okay.
you want to make sure things are measurable to where you can get to them and make sure you know it's you know reasonable into your schedule.
Okay.
The A is action based. So you know speaking actions. You know making them actually into a reality.
Okay.
And then the R is realistic. You know, a lot of times I think we set goals for ourselves that aren't realistic
Okay.
and they never really get accomplished. And then we try it, you know, and we may accomplish it for a day or a week, and then you know we stop, you know. So being more real with ourselves, you know,
Okay.
because nobody's gonna be more real with us than ourselves.
Right.
And then the last one, T, is time based. Um, Actually, sorry, excuse me, time bound. So that's where I was just talking to you right now about time. You know, I mean, if you have the time at work to fit physical activity in your day, use it. You know, take advantage of all the time you need because life happens. So,
Yeah.
so we're gonna work on this SMART goal acronym on helping you get to where you want to be on um, trying to go vegetarian, trying to implement more physical activity in your life. So we're the next 4 sessions, we're going to be working through that to try to get you there. How does that sound for you?
Sounds like a smart idea.
All right. So out of all those, the SMART goals, which one really hit the nail for you? On which one, whether it's specific, measurable, action based, time bound, realistic, which one really touches home for you?
I would say the action, just because really, if I'm really realistic with myself, I have to put it in motion. It's not gonna happen if I don't do it. So I think I have to be committed to it and make it happen, not just speak it into existence like one day it might happen. So definitely do what I say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And me as your health coach,
Uh huh.
what do you expect from me to help you get making your action, making it really be more realistic?
Maybe helpful reminders, like sometimes when I on my lunch and I'm eating, I may just want to just kind of check out mentally and just meditate for a minute, or not necessarily meditate, but be out in on the balcony and not thinking about anything. And that's kind of where I escape. but I think I could escape more moving wise. So maybe a helpful reminder like, hey, don't forget to make sure that you take a walk to see, what's around in the neighborhood, or step outside and go for a 10-minute walk or whatever it may be. Maybe those helpful reminders, just makes things more aware.
Okay.
So
And
maybe that.
and would you like these reminders on the hour? Would you like at beginning of the day, end the day? When would you like these reminders?
I think maybe right before my lunch time, so then I can just like mentally prepare myself, and then maybe that last tail end, like, hey, check in with me after you go for that wonderful walk, so I can see how it went, something like that.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
And do you think charting maybe a little log of your daily activities of what you did can help you as well on trying to get you to making things more action based?
Uh, that's kind of like a gray area, because I mean, I got this bad boy right here.
Okay.
And it catches a lot of the stuff as far as what an iWatch can do, but it doesn't. I don't really look at it like how many steps did I really take. So I don't know if the measuring part and keeping the data does much for me personally. I think just overall knowing that I moved kind of makes me feel better.
Okay. So you don't think if you say at the end of each day you write down what you ate, how much you worked out, um, how much you meditated, anything like that, seeing it before you go to bed every night, you don't think that that will be beneficial for you to know that, hey, I didn't hit this today. Darn it, maybe I need to hit it tomorrow. You don't think seeing it on a piece of paper will change your mind frame?
I mean, I can't say it won't, but I can't say I'll do it.
Okay.
Um, I mean, literally, I forget to do certain stuff overall, or sometimes even in the morning, like I don't even remember what shoes I wore until I look at my closet. So it's hard to say that that would be something that I would want to do. Now it may help.
Hmm.
It may help as far as logging in on my phone or something, having a food diary, or having a active diary. I'm not sure.
Okay. That's just a suggestion. Of
Okay.
course, like I said, you're gonna do what
Yeah.
you feel is beneficial but you for
Right.
you.
Right.
But seeing is believing.
Hey.
So I personally feel that the more we see things, the more we may act on it.
Mhm.
But it's just a personal opinion.
Right.
So you're gonna do what you feel is best for you, and whatever you ask me to do, I'm gonna do it to help you get to where you want to go. So I will be sending you those text messages with nice big smiley faces on them.
Hey.
So stay ready.
Okay.
And honestly, I mean we've touched on a lot today.
We have.
And with everything you've expressed, I think that we you have some big things in store, and we're going to help you get to where you want to go
Okay.
on trying to get you to become a vegetarian. Whether it happens overnight or whether it happens years away, but I can see you getting there.
Okay.
And physical activity, I like working out, so I'm definitely encouraged to help motivate you on that one as well.
Okay.
And basically today was a good time. We got our meeting in. What's your schedule like for next week to see how everything went for this week coming up? What would be a good day to meet with you the next week, whether it be
Oh.
a time like this or on the
Yeah.
weekend? Because I know you have some things coming up. So when would be a good time for you to meet next week?
So next week, we could do maybe the same time.
Same time?
Does that work for you?
Thursday around 5 o'clock?
Yeah, after work, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Now, just as a recommendation from you as a standpoint from a health coach, being a vegetarian or going on that path, for our next meeting, is that something that you can do research on and say, hey, that looks like a good type of diet to go towards? Or would you have recommendations on how to stay healthy overall based off of diet?
Hmm.
Okay.
Of course, I
Okay.
definitely can do my research on my end.
Yeah.
I know a lot of colleagues as well that are vegetarians.
Okay.
So I can speak with them. I can research articles.
Yeah.
And there's, I can recommend things for you. Of course, again, I'm not a, nutritionist or dietitian.
Oh. Okay.
But, I can do my due diligence and look it up
Yeah.
and see what information I give for you to relate to you.
Okay.
All right. And is there any more questions or needs you would like for me from now to our next appointment?
I mean, no, that's pretty much covered a lot of my questions I was kind of already having in my head. I loved how we went over the different types of things I can do as far as at work, as you mentioned before. Putting those shoes in my car is going to be the real test, and yeah, I'm excited. Keeps me focused on the future as far as how long I intend to have this journey of no meat, no chicken.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'm excited for you. And to next week, Thursday at 5 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have a good week, and I look forward to hearing and see what's next.
Well, I'll see your text message tomorrow, right?
Oh, you will.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.